My teeth was broken and my whole mouth was bleeding.
Today, we are joined by Ilshat Kukbor. Ilshat is a proud Uyghur activist and is currently the director of the Chinese Affairs Department, World Uyghur Congress. Shortly after he left China, his brother was killed and his sisters were sent to detention camps. Thank you for joining us, Ilshat. I was wondering if you could share with us your personal story and experiences.
In our region, the government forced all of our Uyghur students from that region to study chemical. I don't like chemical engineering. We try to learn something else, but government say no. Order. Inside China, we try to show our support to our brothers in Urumqi. So we went to demonstration asking for real autonomy and stop the nuclear testing in our region in open space on the street. I organized it. After that, I was put in blacklist of the Chinese government. If you are in the blacklist, you have lost your future. They will do whatever they can to crush you. Or you become slave and you criticize yourself. I resisted it. And so I was consistently under the harassment. Sometimes I was interrogated and they will grab me from my home or from my office to the police station, keep asking the stupid, repeated question again and again. One time I had one of my students, after graduate, he was a teacher in a vocational training college. Before he was get arrested, he ran to my home. I know something wrong, but I didn't ask him because I don't want to get in trouble, because I know eventually I will be interrogated, tortured, so I don't want to ask too much. And I just told him, you can stay in my home. He stayed around a month, and then suddenly, one day he told me he need to leave. I only asked him, where you go? And he said, better I don't tell you, teacher. Be safe. Pray to God. Be safe. And then he left. After a few months, yes, they came to my home, grabbed me, and put me in the cell. When they asked me, what is inside the suitcase of your student? And I told him, we will respect our guests, so we never search our guest's suitcase. And he was so mad, and he was drinking water in a bottle, and he said, are you saying we Chinese is not civilized people? And then he used that bottle, hit my mouth, and my teeth was broken and my whole mouth was bleeding. And then they started to kick me using the electric, and I was whole body was. I was in there for a week longer than that. One of my Uyghur friend, he serves in the Chinese Secret Service, and he told me, you are the #1 in our city in the blacklist. Eventually, they will get rid of you. They tried one time, and in the last minute, they canceled it. So leave. I spent money to bribe the Uyghur police to get the passport. After a year, I got a passport and I fled to Malaysia. We are 5 siblings. I am the eldest one. The youngest one was my brother, Imam Hussein. And between I have 3 sisters. In 27th of November 2004, my brother Imam Hussein, early morning, he went to a restaurant and one Chinese mob came in around 10, and they said, hey, get out. This is my seat. And my brother said, I'm already here. And then they say, you believe we can kill you, Uyghur? And my brothers didn't say anything. He was just trying to avoid the conflict. But then they started to beat him. And then my brother holded his head and sitting down said, don't hit my head. And then they stabbed him on the back, on the chest, and he died. And he was bleeding. No one called the police. They just watched all their emergency came. He already died because of the bleeding. And that's how I lost my brother. I believe that was a government's intentional revenge for my running away. And for nothing, you kill a kid. He was 27 years old. He's young. And then in 2014, because of my continued fighting for humanity, the police came to my elder sister, Ilnur Hassan, her home. She was a single mother with 2 kids and confiscated all the computer, and my sister was taken away. They told my second sister, tell your brother, call us, give clothes or money to the police station. They will deliver it to her. Call your brother in America, stop. And then after my sister sent that message, they also cut off their contact with me. I only had my mother and my father to call using some very complicated, serious way to express our feeling. In 2015, my father passed away. And 2016, my mother told me, we are in very difficult, very tough situation. Please, God bless you. Don't call us again. I don't know if my mother's still alive. I don't know where she is, if she is in concentration camp or in jail. One lady from Kazakhstan contacted me via Twitter message. She said, I was in a same cell with your elder sister in a concentration camp. And my elder sister, every day she said, crying, because she was mentally broken. And the second sister had heart problem. A few times, my second sister was passed away in the brainwashing classroom or in the flag raising. And when each time she passed away, the husband and daughter tried to help her, rush to her, but police wasn't allowing. Do you know that pain? When you heard your sister is watching your other dear one is suffering and you can't help.
What would you say that the effect of these experiences has been for you?
It's a slow torture. I would say our relatives in East Turkestan, they are in physical concentration camp. Also, we are in concentration camp, but it's in mental torture. And it's not only impacting us and also impacting our next generation. I got remarried in here. I have a 6-year-old daughter. When she was in kindergarten, one day she came back asking me, Dad, do I have grandma, grandpa? Do I have other relatives? Why I never saw them? And it was tough. It's not easy to explain to a kid. I blame a lot in the Chinese government, and also sometimes the Chinese people not standing up, but I don't want to let my next generation to hate all the Chinese people. I work in a very nice job, but a lot of time I can't concentrate 100% to my work, to my project. And because in the morning, we pick up the phone, try to find something, receive a message from your mother, from your sisters, from your brothers, but never. It's not only me. It's my wife is same. We don't want to keep ourselves in that bad mood, but we have unable to out from that. I remember when I first time watched the Schindler's List, Pianist, the movie about Holocaust, that Jewish people cannot help their dear one when the Nazi kill others, kill their dear one, parents, their sisters, their brothers. That's what we are experiencing now. I am in that, and I wish human beings never again to repeat this kind of tragedy. The police was raping a Uyghur girl, and immediately it came to my mind, my sister, her daughter is in concentration camp. If they are safe. I believe all Uyghurs mind the same torture, experiencing it.
This is all we've got time for this podcast. Thank you very much for watching. To watch part 2 of Ilshat's story and more podcasts on the Uyghur genocide, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the bell below. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you, and goodbye for now.